Alright guys, so it is currently, anong oras ba? Alas 7 no? 7:12 ng gabi dito sa Edmonton, Alberta. So, once again guys, si Jerry Domingo po ito, Specialty Finance Manager, owner ng Pinoy Car Talk sa Facebook, Instagram, and sa YouTube. So, kanina feature natin yung 2021 Nissan Rogue na redesign, no? So now we're actually gonna move on to a vehicle, to a Facebook live video, sorry, para sa actual na kliyente natin. Kasi if you guys can recall kanina, yung Nissan Rogue na yon, hindi ko siya nabenta. It was just so happens na I was near a Nissan dealership, so sabi ko, I'm gonna check out the Nissan Rogue and do a video for you guys. But this video naman natin ngayon is specifically for a client. So this is for Kuya Harold ng British Columbia. And this is a vehicle na matagal na, una pa lang kami nagkakilala ni Kuya Harold, yun ang request niya sa akin. Sabi niya sa akin, Kuya, ang dream vehicle ko talaga is a Jeep Grand Cherokee. Right? So sabi ko sa kanya, at the time, right, we couldn't get into the Jeep Grand Cherokee because of, you know, certain circumstances, right? Kasi lahat naman tayo, we all have circumstances to deal with. So yung sa kanya, alam niya yung situation niya. But now we actually had the opportunity na makuha yung sasakyan na talagang gusto niya. This is something that he asked for from the very beginning pa lang. And I am more than happy to be, you know, finally be able to give it to him, right? As you guys know naman, right, it's always extra special whenever I can accomplish something where sasabihin sa akin ng kliyente ko, ang dream vehicle ko talaga kuya is ganito, and then, you know, we find a way na magkasya yun sa budget niya, right, and getting the specs na gusto niya. So guys, what you're looking at right now is a 2020 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited, right? So it's not the base model. The base model for the Jeep is the Laredo. This one is the Limited, okay? So we're gonna do a quick walk around sa sakyan, right? I'm not sure if he's watching right now. Maybe he's at work still. But again, if you guys are interested in this kind of vehicle, simply let me know. So let's do a quick walk around. Let's look sa harapan. So guys, this is the Jeep Grand Cherokee, right? Design-wise, it hasn't changed much from the previous years, no? And actually, this design itself, based on my research, has been the same design since 2011 for this generation ng Jeep. But nonetheless, it remains really popular talaga sa mga buyers, no? They like this design. If you're, you know, Jeep owners kasi, Jeep buyers are a very specific kind of buyer, no? They're very into the Jeep culture, whether it's the Grand Cherokee or the Wrangler, or, you know, recently the Gladiator. If you're a Jeep fan, you're a Jeep fan for life. Most of them, anyways, right? And Kuya Harold seems to be that kind of person na talagang passionate siya, and kasi he really wanted this vehicle. So, irregardless ng design, it, you know, gusto niya. And extra special points na nahanap ko yung vehicle in the color na he wants. He requested the blue one, and this is the shade of blue na meron ng Jeep Grand Cherokee, and we found it for him. So, as you can see there, very nice headlights. Not, you know, not HID, right? Not HID, but it still looks nice. You got the fog lamps there. You know, what kind of outdoor vehicle, what kind of outdoor SUV will you have kung wala kang fog lamps? Got a nice grille design over there. So, one really cool thing for this one here, no? Hindi ito yung stock na rims niya. If you were to buy a brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee and you wanted this specific style ng rims, it is actually an extra $995. So sa case natin dito, yung unit na nahanap natin para sa kanya, it came equipped with this set of rims here. So, you know, extra special para sa kanya. Again, because you don't have to spend extra to get it. The regular stock Jeep Grand Cherokee na rims are actually smaller. They're 18 inches. This one here is 20. This is a 20-inch rim. And yun nga, if you were to buy this thing brand new, if you were to add this sa Jeep Grand Cherokee mo, it's almost an extra $1,000, $995. So we found it for him na may sama ng ganyan. So going around the vehicle, you got the chrome cover sa kanyang side mirrors. You got the nice badging here. So this vehicle just got here today, so medyo madumi pa siya. I did my best para linisan siya because I know excited si Kuya Harold. He really wants to see his vehicle. So I just wanted to do, you know, quick wash para makita niya. So that's the badging right there. You got the nice chrome trim all around the vehicle, no? On the handles and everything. Rims there. These are all season tires nga pala. So you got the badging there in the Limited Jeep. Yung kanyang backup camera, 4x4, of course. Now the Jeep Grand Cherokee actually does come in a front wheel, not front wheel, but 4x2 version, which I believe is rear wheel based, right? So if you want to get the all-wheel drive, 4x4, it's usually extra. So very nice there. Let's start sa likuran since nandito na tayo. So Jeep is one of those brands, guys, na yung remote starter, if you go up a certain trim level, higher trim level, kasama na yung remote starter. So this one here, kasama na yung remote starter. Just gotta press it twice, we'll get remote start. Now to open yung likod, power lift gate siya. You press this twice as well. So that's how much space you have sa likuran. So it's not a 7-seater. It will never be a 7-seater, I think. It's dedicated as a 5-seater SUV, as you can see there. Lots of nice space. Some pockets here na pwede mong panglagyan ng stuff. Yung kanyang spare tire nandito, hindi nagamit. So even though malaki siya, it's not technically a full-size spare. So hindi na siya kasi liit ng donut, but it's a good size. So tanggalin ko na yung plaka ko dito. So to close this power lift gate, wala siyang button sa taas. So to close this power lift gate, it's actually here sa gilid, which works really well if maliit ka. You don't have to reach up, you just press that. It closes. Diba? So let's move on naman sa passenger side. So on the limited trim, no, you do get the leather interior. So you have the leather seats. Very nice leather seats here. Okay. You got 2 USB ports here for charging, and what I like about this is meron talaga siyang yung actual na saksakan. Yung sasaktan talaga ng plug. Dito, yung pwede ka magsaksak talaga. Hindi yung sa car adapter na parang sa yung pangsindi ng lighter ng sigarilyo dati. So talagang plug siya. I thought that's neat. And yun nga, 2 USB ports. If adults or kids have devices, meron siya dito. Now the other thing here, which again based on my research, no, is normally an extra $1,900 yata, is yung sunroof. So this one here has a sunroof na. Ingay ng mga tao sa labas. So ako muna pintuan. So you got the sunroof there. Let's move sa harapan naman. Oh, just an extra pockets here in case you got, your kids need it. So on the driver's side, you got power driver seat there. May lumbar support din for those long driving, no? So unfortunately, wala siyang kasamang rubber mats. No? I think Toyota na lang yata yung gumagawa nun. Nakasama yung rubber mats sa brand new na units. So yan yung kanyang display there. That's a nice leather interior. I know a lot of people like the Jeep Grand Cherokee, guys. And you know naman me, I'm not a big fan of domestic vehicles. Pero whenever I have a customer who's asking about Jeep, I always tell them, kung bibili ka ng Jeep, buy a Grand Cherokee or a Wrangler. Kasi yun yung mga flagship vehicles ng Jeep na brand. And if it's a flagship vehicle, they take extra special care to produce it to a higher quality. Compared sabihin natin sa Patriot or Compass, or even yung bagong labas na Gladiator, di ba? There's a certain level of care in the production process if you're producing a flagship vehicle, and the Jeep Grand Cherokee is a flagship vehicle ng Jeep na brand. This and the Wrangler. So let's sit inside so you guys can see. Now for a pre-owned vehicle, this one has 20,000 kilometers, really low kilometers. And since it is a 2020 model, Kuya Harold does get the balance of manufacturer warranty. So kung anong remaining factory warranty nito, malilipat sa kanya. So again, extra benefit, guys. Parang sabi ko nga sa inyo, if you're buying a used vehicle, wag palaging yung mura, wag palaging yung luma, right? It may not be what's best for you. So in this case here, if you have the extra manufacturer warranty, that's extra peace of mind na you don't have to pay for. Kasi yung magtitipid ka sa sarili mo, you're gonna spend $100 on a vehicle, diba? So, moving on, features-wise, here's another thing na extra, na merong extra yung sasakyan na to, and I'm actually really happy for Kuya Harold, no? The vehicle does not normally come equipped with the navigation system. You have to pay extra for the navigation, and for the satellite radio, and for that special package, and this one here fortunately has it. Again, just like yung rims kanina, if you want to add yung navigation package sa Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited, it's an extra $900 something. This vehicle has it na. So I want to show you guys and I'll show him as well. So yan yung GPS. So it works, it's there. Climate controls are really nice since it is, you know, a Jeep Grand Cherokee Unlimited, no. Climate controls, wala siyang knob. It's all touchscreen, so dito. So ayan siya. So heated seats, dual zone, of course, climate control. So passenger and driver have their own climate control settings. One thing I like about this vehicle as well is it does have the heated steering wheel, which I believe I can find here. So heated seats, heated steering wheel, right? You can turn that on and off from there. Even yung backup camera, you don't need to go into reverse to see yung nasa likuran mo. Currently, nakapark ako and I just went into the settings there, clicked yung backup camera, and it shows me kung ano yung nasa likuran. Diba? You got your apps here. So, one cool thing that I like about this vehicle, no, and again, the same can be said for a lot of the vehicles sa Jeep, Dodge, tsaka na Chrysler na lineup. It gives you specs sa sasakyan mo. Oil temperature, battery voltage, and all that stuff. On the Jeep Grand Cherokee, it's actually classified here, and I thought it was really cool, itong off-road pages. So if you click here, so you actually see that off-road pages na yan, vehicle dynamics. So it would tell you yung steering angle, transfer case, and all that stuff. Habang nagda-drive ka, that actually updates in real time. One cool thing as well is actually it shows you if you're an off-road type of person, no, you mahilig ka mag-off-road, you want to bring this vehicle off-road, right? You can actually tell yung altitude mo and yung geographic, yung coordinates mo ba, kung nasaan ka. I thought that was really cool. And especially in the case of an emergency situation, right? Kung hindi mo alam kung nasaan ka, if you're somewhere rural, na walang mapa, walang malapit na road, right? If you need help, you can just ask, give the dispatcher yung coordinates kung nasaan ka, right? It also has these other features here. Guys, admittedly, I'm not a big off-road guy. I like the idea, pero wala akong first-hand knowledge. So, all the stuff like pitch and roll and all that stuff, I leave that to the experts. I'm pretty sure Kuya Harold knows about this because it is his dream vehicle. So, I'm pretty sure na-research niya yan, right? So, you do get that option there. You do see. And then, yung what I was talking about earlier nga, yung mga meters, yung display kung yung mga specs ng sasakyan mo, it's actually here on accessory gauges. So you can see yung coolant temperature, oil temperature, battery voltage, oil pressure, transmission temperature. Really nice stuff to know. Not exactly something that we're gonna use on an everyday basis, but if you're a Jeep enthusiast and you like being off-road, you know, these are things that are important to you. Pero for day-to-day, for example, like myself, diba? I don't really pay much attention to this kasi ang driving ko lang naman is whenever I go on a delivery or, you know, bahay, tsaka trabaho, right? But again, there's a certain people that really pays attention to this. So it's really nice na meron siya dito. And Android Auto, Google CarPlay are with the vehicle as well. Kasama siya ng navigation package. So again, that's two things na each of them costing $995 extra if you were to purchase it brand new na meron ngayon si Kuya Harold. So again, guys, I always tell you, if you find a vehicle na pre-owned, if there's a lot of extras to it na you don't have to pay extra for, that's a big plus. That's what I call a great deal, diba? So yan siya. You have different driving modes as well. It won't be a Jeep kung wala siyang iba-ibang driving modes, no? So you got your auto, you got your sand. So you actually here, I go and select terrain. So I'm gonna press yung settings dito, no? So I'll press the sand. I wanna see if it's gonna show. Oh, hindi pa siya nagpapakita dyan dito. So I'm gonna switch yung drive settings natin. So you can see, I'm gonna zoom closer para makita nyo. So switching to sand mode, you can see, right? Snow, mud, and rock andyan din. Oh, just looking for the gauge now. Saan siya napunta? Yan. So mud and rock, right? So again, this is more for the Jeep enthusiast. If you're the kind of person that likes to take your Jeep off-roading, if you notice here, no, for situations like mud and sand, automatic tina-turn off niya yung vehicle, yung traction control system ng sasakyan. So I thought that was really cool. I don't want to experiment that on Facebook Live. Kasi syempre, I want Kuya Harold to be the one to do that for himself. I don't want to cause any issues or damage sa sasakyan, especially kung hindi ko siya alam paanda rin. Kaya nga nasabi ko, I'm not an outdoor Jeep enthusiast, right? It's not a lifestyle for me. But the vehicles itself, it's really cool. I think it's really cool. So yan siya. So you get some extra USB ports there and plugs. Zoom out na natin siya ngayon. Glove box is here. Oh, hindi nagalaw yung manuals, hindi nabuksan yung supot. Ayos na ayos pa. You got your nice parang wood finish. Of course, it's not real wood. Yung real wood nila nasa pinakamataas na trim level eh. So, this one, you know, got the nice wood finish, I think. And of course, yung sunroof nga natin dito. So, let's pop open yung hood so we can see yung makina niya. So, over here. Hanapin ko lang ha. Yun. So the Jeep Grand Cherokee comes in a V6, 3.6 liter V6 I believe. 295. It's kind of fluctuating yung data na nakuha ko doing my research. Some people say 293, some people say 295, but it's around that range for horsepower, which is of course what you need naman in a vehicle like this, diba? But the one thing I'm gonna say, driving this kanina on the highway, it's very smooth, right? It's very smooth. But then again, I'm a big I'm personal fan ako ng V6, so I like V6s and my SUVs. I think they're more responsive, and on a highway setting, mas comfortable ho i-drive sila. So in the hood, and look at the engine there, malinis na malinis. Diba? So the Jeep Grand Cherokee does come in a different configuration with a bigger engine, no? There is a 5.7 liter V8 version, and of course the famous Hellcat version, which is I believe on the Trackhawk trim level, which is the pinakamataas na trim level ng Jeep. But this one here has a 3.6 liter V6. So there you go. And again, guys, I was genuinely, surprised myself. Not surprised, pero I really liked driving this on the highway kanina. It was very smooth, very responsive, right? I was going 120 or so on the highway, and yung RPM niya wasn't going over 2,000 RPMs. Very stable sa daan. It doesn't have to work as hard sa highway kasi it is a V6 nga. And I really like that in a vehicle of this kind of size, right? So Kuya Harold, I'm not sure if you're watching, but here is your 2020 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited in the color na you requested, with the extra features na you did not have to pay extra for. That's with the vehicle na. I'm really happy for you. So there you go. And again, just a quick reminder, guys, para sa mga maaring bago sa aking Facebook page, I did mention kanina, right? Kuya Harold is from BC. So, kung taga British Columbia ka and nag-iisip ka na, oh shoot, gusto ko magpatulong kay Kuya Jerry para kumuha ng sasakyan. Kaso taga BC ako eh. Baka hindi pwede. Pwede po. Almost lahat ng parte ng BC na puntahan na natin. Sa North, going to Prince Rupert, which is 16 hours away. Vancouver, 12-14 hours away, right? Victoria, right? 16 hours away. So, kahit nasa British Columbia ka, huwag ka mahiya lumapit sa akin. I can definitely help you out. Don't pay attention to the distance kung gaano kalayo. Hindi naman ikaw yung magbiyahe, ako naman eh. You stay at home, be comfortable, and wait for your new car to come. So, again, guys, this is a 2020 Jeep Grand Cherokee. I couldn't get a proper angle kasi nakaharang tong pulang kotse dito. Kuya Harold, congratulations. Finally getting yung dream vehicle mo. I know how much we planned na makuha mo to at the interest rate na gusto nating makuha para sa'yo. So I'm really happy na we were able to make it happen, no? Because me and Kuya Harold were not expecting to be able to get this so soon, right? But then sabi ko, let me do my best to see, and we did. We got him approved, and here's his vehicle na. So Kuya Harold, congratulations. I'll see you next week for delivery for this one. But yeah, guys, again, if gusto nyo kumuha ng sasakyan kahit anong brand pa yan, right? Let me get you pre-approved for the loan first. Para that way, productive yung oras mo, hindi nasasayang yung oras mo, hindi ka aasa sa wala, right? Let me get you pre-approved, and then we'll find you options na magkakasya sa budget mo. And hopefully, some vehicle na magugustuhan mo. Whether it's a Jeep Grand Cherokee or, at Tesla, kung gusto mo ng Tesla, we can get that for you guys. Okay? So Kuya Harold, congratulations. I'll see you next week.